Hey, what's up? Welcome back dito sa ating channel dito sa Bolts TV. Alright, so tayo nagbabalik pala mga kababayan at ito pag-usapan natin, no? Insufficient daw po in substance mga kababayan ang isa sa mga grounds of impeachment kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Ito po ay tungkol, no, dyan po sa kanilang sinasabi mga kababayan na ang ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ay hindi na raw po makakapagtrabaho ng maayos dahil daw po sa kanyang paggamit ng ipinagbabawal na gamot, mga babae. Alang nga, pati ba naman yung chismis ng mga DDS na isama dyan sa impeachment complaint na yan? Puro chismis lang naman yan. Diba? Paano ninyo nasabi na hindi nakakapagtrabaho na maayos yung Pangulo natin? Diba? Nakakapag-travel abroad nga, nakaka-attend ng mga meeting at iba't ibang mga events. Nakakapunta sa mga iba't ibang location, mga babayan. No? Paano nakaka-apekto yan? No? Paano nyo nasabi, mga babayan? Diba? Ito talaga kasi mga DDS na to, mga babayan. Magaling po magpakalat ng mga fake news. Diba? Kasi wala silang ibang maibabato sa ating Pangulo Diba? Dahil trabaho ng trabaho yung Pangulo natin. Samantalang yung Vice President nila, ayun, no? Kung saan-saan natin hindi mahagilap ngayon. Ha? Ito mga babayan, panoorin natin, no? Ito pong naging hatol, no, ng mga kongresista dito po sa grounds of impeachment ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. No, tungkol po diyan sa kanyang di umano, no, paggamit daw po ng ipinagbabawal, mga babayan. Okay. So ito, let's go.
The chair wishes to move to the second offense. Please allow the chair to read. Respondent is a drug addict whose condition impairs his judgment and leadership.
Grabe, ano?
This is anchored on the ground of culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust. At this juncture, we elicit...
Tanong ko lang, mga babayan, meron ba silang matibay na ebidensya, no, na yung Pangulo natin ay gumagamit po ng ganyan? Bukod doon sa AI na inilalabas, no, nila Maharlika at iba't ibang mga DDS vlogger. No? Bukod po doon sa kasinungalingan na AI na kanilang pinaniniwalaan, mga kababayan. Diba? Hindi ko maintindihan dito sa mga to na bakit alam naman nila, no, na AI, mga babayan, pero talagang pilit nilang ipinapakalat, pilit nilang pinaniniwalaan, mga babayan. Diba? Pilit nilang ipinamumuka, pinapakalat sa ating mga babayan. Diba? Samantalang yung kabilang parlor nga yun di umano, may mga history ng ganyan.
The manifestations, preferably manifestations, of the committee members with respect to its sufficiency in substance.
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Agbas is recognized.
with respect to allegation number 2, although the complaint claims the respondent is unfit to serve as president due to drug addiction, it fails to allege the ultimate facts showing how this alleged personal condition translated into any impeachable act. It does not narrate when the alleged use occurred, how it was committed, or how it affected any official function.
Diba?
It simply concludes that the respondent is unfit to serve without providing the facts required to demonstrate an impeachable offense. Further, no factual narration of an official decision, directive, or exercise of presidential power impaired by, connected to, or caused by the alleged addiction. That's all, Madam Chair.
Any other member who wishes to make a manifestation on this?
Madam Chair, may I recognize?
The Honorable Barbers, and then De Lima, and then Suntay. One after the other. You are recognized, Honorable Barbers.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A manifestation. One of the grounds stated in the impeachment complaint filed by Attorney De Jesus and endorsed by Representative Lisay is the allegation that the respondent is a drug addict whose condition impairs his judgment and leadership. The complainant asserted that the respondent is unfit to serve as president due to drug addiction. He further alleged in his complaint that the respondent's refusal to submit to drug test conclusively demonstrates his disregard for transparency and accountability, and concluded that the respondent's silence and evasion confirmed the public suspicion and betrayed the trust of the nation he swore to serve. Madam Chair, let me point out that this assertion in the complaint was based solely on the alleged statements of the sister of the respondent, Senator.
Alleged lang mga babayan ng sister. No, pero bukod doon mga babayan, sino ba yung mga una nagpakalat niyan? Di ba? Yung mga DDS vlogger no nagpakalat ng fake na video na yan, no, yung fake na picture, 'di ba? Yung AI generated, 'di ba? Tapos sila lang yung mga naniniwala.
Dr. Amy Marcos. The complainant attached copies of news articles containing reports on such statements of Senator Amy Marcos and forms part of the complaint. Under the rules of procedure and in impeachment proceedings, the requirement of sufficiency in substance is met if there is a recital of facts constituting the offense charge and determinative of the jurisdiction of the committee. There is no evidence or authenticated records submitted by the complainant that will support his allegation that the respondent is actually using illegal drugs. The complainant did not even mention that he has personal knowledge of the drug addiction of the respondent. Such allegation of illegal drug use by respondent, which was reportedly stated by another person and not the one who filed the complaint, is mere hearsay and lack probative value.
Hearsay lang.
On the other assertions by complainant that the respondent is unfit to serve as president due to drug addiction and that his refusal to submit to drug test are all speculative and without any factual basis.
Yun na nga ang sinasabi natin mga babayan, di ba? Una-una, no, hearsay lang, no, di umano, no, sabi nga dito di ba? No, yung pong mga sinasabi na yan, mga babayan, na yung Pangulo natin, no, ay gumagamit ng ipinagbabawal na substance, ay mere fact na hearsay lang. So, paano mo ngayon maitatayo yan, mga babayan, kahit sa Korte Suprema, no, yung mga hearsay po na yan, no, ay hindi po pwede. Hindi tatayo yan. Diba? So, malinaw na yung impeachment po na to, no, sa ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ay based lamang, no, sa mga balita, sa mga hearsay. No, walang matibay na ebidensya, in short, mga babayan. Diba?
I humbly submit, Madam Chair, that the ground for impeachment of the respondent on his alleged drug addiction that impairs his judgment and leadership is insufficient in substance.
Insufficient in substance kagad, mga babayan. At saka paano mo sasabihin na impair sa kanyang pagtatrabaho yung Pangulo natin kung nakikita natin siya no, na nape-perform yun ng maayos yung kanyang trabaho? Kung yung Pangulo natin ay ganyan nga no, na sinasabi nila na isang gumagamit po, no, alam naman natin kung anong characteristics ng mga yan. Baka hindi nyo nakikita sa mga events yan. Baka hindi ganyan ang itsura ng Pangulo natin. Baka darating sa events yan mga haggard-haggard na. Diba? Baka hindi nakakapagtrabaho yan. Baka wala po palagi yan. Hindi natin nakikita. 'Di ba? So asan yung ano doon? Asan yung yung punto na kung saan hindi nakakapagtrabaho na maayos yung pangulo natin?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
The manifestation of the Honorable Barbers is noted by the committee. The Honorable De Lima.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is actually supplementary or complementary to the manifestation made or the opinion made by the Honorable Representative Barbers. The ultimate general ground, betrayal of public trust. The specific allegation is alleged drug addiction of the President. And I would point out to certain sub-allegations and refute their insufficiency. Allegation number one, sub-allegation number one, there are serious accusations that PBBM is a drug addict. The offense alluded for this ground is drug addiction. Stating that there are accusations do not constitute factual allegations of the addiction. This ground presupposes that because PBBM is an addict or an alleged addict, he is unfit to be president. However, unfitness per se is not a ground for impeachment. And even when considered as constituting basis for betrayal of public trust, the statements in this ground do not sufficiently establish allegations on how specific presidential acts were impaired by PBBM's addiction, assuming the addiction to be true. Second sub-allegation.
So hinahanap mga babayan saan merong impairment ng trabaho yung pangulo natin. No, may ebidensya pa. No, meron bang ebidensya na yung pangulo natin ay hindi nakakapagtrabaho dahil sa di umano, no, aligasyon na siya ay gumagamit. 'Di ba?
Senator Amy, the sister, admitted or alleged or announced that PBBM is a drug addict. Again, this is not a factual allegation but a conclusion that because Senator Amy admitted or announced that PBBM is an addict, then he must be an addict. The most that can be made out of this ground is that there was betrayal of the public trust because of PBBM's failure to disclose his addiction. However, the recital of allegations in this ground is still insufficient in terms of showing the nexus. Kasi yun po importante. The nexus between the facts raised or alleged and betrayal of public trust. Public accusations of PBBM's addiction, Senator Amy's claim of PBBM's addiction, PBBM's refusal to submit to a drug test, and his silence on accusations of being an addict still do not constitute the factual allegations necessary to satisfy the legal exercise in the formulation of causes of action that, assuming that they were all true, they establish betrayal of trust. Another sub-allegation is that PBBM is a drug addict because he refuses to submit to a drug test. Again, this is a conclusion and not a factual allegation. Nasabi ko na rin po, that kind of an allegation is still insufficient. The fact that he refuses to submit to a drug test. Another is by being silent. Sabi sa complaint. By being silent on his drug addiction, PBBM betrayed the public trust. For me, Madam Chair, this is a non sequitur conclusion and not a factual allegation. Because the ground must not only state a categorical allegation that PBBM is a drug addict and that this impairs the performance of his mandate, but must also include a recital of the alleged acts, events, and incidents that support the same. How do they say, or how do they know, or why do they claim that it impairs his judgment? So that's again my view. Again, this second ground is insufficient in substance. I so submit. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Manifestation is noted by the committee. The Honorable Suntay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On the second ground, alleged unfitness due to drug addiction, President Marcos is alleged to be a long-time user of illegal drugs. drug use allegedly renders him manifestly unfit to discharge his presidential powers. The evidence presented were public statements attributed to Senator Amy Marcos, news articles, opinion commentaries, and medical articles on the effect of cocaine use. Thus, the legal theory asserted is that drug addiction impaired his judgment to discharge his presidential duties. However, this is a general conclusion because there was actually no narration of which of the presidential actions or judgment was impaired due to the alleged drug addiction. There was also no medical evidence presented, no drug test results. So the allegations were merely limited. The evidence of drug use were merely limited to media reporting and political statements made by Senator Amy Marcos. In Philippine impeachment jurisprudence, it has never recognized personal health allegations without proof of impeachable offense, of the impeachable offense. And with regards to the second complaint, there were actually no general, there were actually no actual evidence presented to justify the allegations.
You're referring to the second offense?
Yes, with regards to the second offense.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Honorable Garbin first, then Honorable Po. Honorable Garbin, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On the alleged drug addiction and moral unfitness, the key factual allegations by the complainants were that the President is accused of being a long-time user of illegal drugs, including cocaine, and central reliance is placed on public statements by Senator Amy Marcos, the President's sister, alleging or acknowledging his alleged decades-long struggle with illegal drug use. And the legal framing of the complainant is that not framed on any criminal accusation, and it is used to support the moral unfitness, the impaired judgment, and the betrayal of public trust. The allegation that the President is a drug addict is insufficient in substance. It is unsupported by competent evidence, such as medical findings, sworn admissions, or official investigation on record, and rests largely on hearsay and public speculation. Absent verified and authoritative proof showing impairment in office or misconduct indirectly related to the exercise of presidential functions, such allegation cannot establish an impeachable offense and should not be given weight, Madam Chair. Thank you.
The manifestation is noted. We will be limiting the manifestations and comments with respect to the second offense to the two last members. These are Kong Po and Kong Lorden Suwan. We encourage the other members to participate in the discussion of the succeeding offenses.
Madam Chair, can you add me for the second charge? Very short
Alright.
manifestation.
Now we recognize the Honorable Po.
I'll make mine as quick as possible so that we can accommodate Kong Rufus. So with regards to my manifestation, Madam Chair, what we've established through everyone who has manifested ahead of me is that there's no record of illegal drug abuse. That is clear. What we know for a fact and what is actually on record is that on November 2021, there was a negative drug test that was attested to at St. Luke's. And further, on May 2024, there was actually a Senate hearing in which one drug analyst, Jeresa Reyes, and laboratory head Dr. Cecilia Lim confirmed that the president tested negative specifically for cocaine. So while there is no existing record of any drug abuse, the president has on 2 occasions proven that he is not a drug user. I submit that to the record so that we can make a objective decision on the substance of the second round.
The manifestation is noted. The Honorable Lord Suwan.
Madam Chair, this is my manifestation. So there is an allegation in the complaint that there was an admission by Senator Amy Marcos that the president used drugs. However, this admission cannot be considered because of Rule 7, Section 17 of our own House rules regarding impeachment, which states that the rules of court apply suppletorily. We should consider Rule 130, Section 28 of the Rules of Court regarding the res inter alios acta rule, which merely states that an act of one cannot prejudice another, meaning that the so-called admission of Senator Amy cannot prejudice the President, which means that the so-called admission has become irrelevant and cannot be considered as one of the bases for sustaining sufficiency in substance.
Our last committee members to comment on this are the Honorable Rodriguez and then Honorable Vice Chair Dumogan. We encourage the rest of the members to participate in deliberating the succeeding other offenses. The Honorable Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a clear example of not a recital of facts, but a conclusion of fact not based on any evidence. There is no evidence that the President is using drugs. Only statements of some persons. And then, this particular allegation, being a mere conclusion, does not connect to any of the 6 grounds of impeachable offenses. And so therefore, clearly, this particular second act complained of has certainly it's not sufficient in substance. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. The manifestation is noted. Vice Chair Dumogan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In addition to what already been said, which I fully agree, reliance on newspaper clippings is not sufficient. The Supreme Court in Estrada versus Desierto had noted that newspaper reports cannot prove the truth of their contents and generally considered as hearsay. So, looking at all the arguments, because as we said, there's no narration of facts, the arguments will not somewhat come out with a legal conclusion that the President violated a culpable violation of the Constitution, being a drug addict.
Thank you, Vice Chair Dumogan. The Honorable Padiernos will be the last speaker of the second offense.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I was already preparing for the next one, but
Would you like to
I
speak?
just wanted to join the Honorable Barbers in stating that the impeachment cannot proceed on rumor or hearsay. So that is very clear under the rules. And as mentioned by the Honorable Suwan, the res inter alios acta rule apply. So, and in addition, personal allegations unsupported by medical or judicial findings do not constitute the impeachable offense of betrayal of public trust. That's it, Madam Chair. Thank you.
That ends our discussion on the second offense.
Okay, so yan mga kababayan, So, makikita natin na itong second offense ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos with regards doon po sa paggamit ng kanyang ipinagbabawal na gamot nga, mga kababayan, insufficient, mga kababayan, in substance. Puro hearsay lang, kumbaga, sinasabi dito. Okay, so hanggang dito na lang muna ang ating video ngayon. Abangan nyo po yung ating mga susunod na uploads. At syempre, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment dyan sa comment section. Ito muli ang inyong Kuya Mobs, it's Mobs TV. Peace. I'm out.